Welcome to Book Navigator, your guide to transformative self-help audiobooks. Gentlemen, listen closely. Marriage isn't the fairy tale romance society sells. It's a battlefield of power, strategy, and survival, straight from Machiavelli's playbook. If you're a man feeling trapped, disrespected, or powerless in your relationship, this book reveals the hard truth. Stop chasing love and start wielding influence like a prince, because in marriage, the romantic loses and the cunning thrives. After reading the entire book, for ease of understanding, I am dividing this book into 5 chapters that will make sure you grab all its learning. Chapter 1. Recognize marriage as a game of thrones, not hearts. Gentlemen, welcome to the first battlefield. You've tuned in because something's off? Your marriage feels like a cage, not a castle. That's no accident. Society sold you a lie. Marriage is romance. Flowers and forever love. Wrong, dead wrong. Marriage is a power structure. A game of thrones where hearts get trampled. You think it's about affection? Think again. It's about control, strategy, and who holds the crown. That's the key. Power hides behind smiles. And if you don't recognize it, you'll lose everything. Picture this. John Smith, a 35-year-old IT consultant in windy Chicago. The kind of guy who grinds through code all day, only to come home to a war zone. It's midwinter, snow whipping against the windows of his high-rise apartment in the Loop. John stares out at the frozen Chicago River, ice cracking under the weight of the city. His marriage to Emily? Fading fast. They've been together 8 years, but lately, it's all arguments over small things. Household bills pile up on the kitchen counter like unpaid debts to their happiness. Why didn't you pay the electric bill on time? Emily snaps one evening, her voice sharp as the wind howling through the streets. John mutters excuses, but inside he's boiling. He feels stuck, trapped in a loop of resentment. Commuting on those crowded L trains every morning, the rumble of the tracks mirroring the chaos in his head. John's no fool. He's built a solid career fixing systems for big firms, but his own life? A mess. During one particularly brutal snowy commute, the L train jerks to a stop at Clark and Lake. Snowflakes blur the windows, and John's mind races. Why does Emily always win these fights? Why does he feel powerless, like he's begging for scraps of respect? He steps off the train, boots crunching on salted sidewalks, and ducks into a corner bookstore to escape the cold. Rows of self-help books mock him, titles about reigniting passion, communicating better. But one catches his eye. Marriage is a power structure, not a romance. Machiavelli's hard truth for men. He flips it open. The words hit like a gust of wind. Marriage isn't love. It's a throne room. Power dynamics rule. Affection? That's just the velvet glove over the iron fist. That's the moment John wakes up. He buys the book, stuffs it in his messenger bag, and heads home. But the real transformation starts that night, sitting in his dimly lit living room. The hum of the radiator, the only sound John reads. The core truth sinks in. Recognize marriage as a game of thrones, not hearts. You have a choice. Keep chasing romance, and you'll end up dethroned, or see the power plays for what they are. Emily isn't fighting over bills because she hates him. She's asserting control, subtly shifting decisions her way, choosing the vacation spot, dictating the budget, even picking the TV shows. Power hides behind smiles. John pauses, heart pounding. He thinks back to last week's dinner. Emily suggested they cut back on his gym membership to save money. He agreed, thinking it was loving compromise. Now he sees it. She was consolidating her hold on the finances. You see this every day, gentlemen. In your own homes, your wife suggests something innocent. You nod along, but that's the key. She's not asking. She's maneuvering. Stop seeing it as affection. Start observing the dynamics. Who decides the big things? Who backs down first? Power hides behind smiles. That's not weakness on your part yet. It's ignorance. And ignorance loses thrones. John doesn't stop at reading. He needs guidance. Enter Uncle Bob, his mentor, a retired entrepreneur in his late 60s, living out in the suburbs of Oak Park. Uncle Bob built a small empire in real estate, flipping properties during Chicago's booms and busts. But his real wisdom? Marriages, plural. He's been through 2, and the third one's rock solid. Why? Strategy, not sentiment. John calls him the next day, voice tight. Uncle Bob, I need advice. This book, it's saying marriage is all power. Games, Uncle Bob chuckles. Over the phone, his voice gravelly from years of cigars. Boy, you've been blind. Come over, we'll talk. John drives out that weekend, the Dan Ryan Expressway slick with melting snow. Uncle Bob's house smells of fresh coffee and old leather. They sit in the study, walls lined with books on business and history. Uncle Bob leans back in his armchair. Machiavelli knew it. Princes don't rule with love, they rule with cunning. Same in marriage. My first wife? I chased romance. Flowers, dates, the works. She walked all over me. Took half in the divorce. Second one? I started seeing the game, but it was my third where I got it right. Appeared loving, but calculated every move. Preserved my authority. John listens, notebook in hand. Uncle Bob shares stories, like the time in his second marriage, when his wife wanted to move to a bigger house. He analyzed the fight. She was testing his resolve. Instead of arguing emotions, he calculated. Conceded on the house, but locked down the investments. Power hides behind smiles, Uncle Bob says, tapping the book John brought. You smile, act affectionate, but underneath, you're preserving your throne. Analyze past fights. See the patterns. Who gains ground? That's the key. John nods, inner thoughts swirling. He's always been the pleaser. Emotional pleas to Emily. Don't you love me enough to compromise? Useless. Now he sees tactical alliances. You have a choice. Keep begging or start calculating. That afternoon, driving back through the windy suburbs, John applies it. He pulls over at a rest stop, snow flurries dancing in the headlights. He lists out past arguments on his phone. The vacation to Florida last year, Emily pushed for it, he caved. Result? She controlled the itinerary and he felt like a tag-along. Power shift. The gym membership cut? She gained budget control. He lost his outlet. Pattern clear. Romance mask control. Gentlemen, do this now. Pause this audio. Grab a pen. List your last 5 fights. See the power plays. It's not about the bill or the chore. It's about who rules the kingdom. Power hides behind smiles. That's the transformation. Stop reacting with heart. Start observing with strategy. You don't need her permission to reclaim your ground. But theory's nothing without action. John tests it soon after. A tense family dinner looms. His colleague Gavin's in town for a conference, so John invites him over. Gavin's a sharp guy, mid-40s, sales exec with a knack for reading rooms. The apartment's warm, scent of Emily's lasagna filling the air. But tension simmers. Emily brings up the bills again, right at the table. John, we need to talk about that credit card statement. You're spending too much on lunches. In the past, John would have defended emotionally. I work hard. Emily, don't you trust me? Pleading, weak. Not tonight. John remembers Uncle Bob's words. Power hides behind smiles. He observes her move, subtle control in front of Gavin to assert dominance. He smiles warmly. You're right, honey. Those lunches add up. Concedes the minor point. But then steers. Let's review the whole budget together tomorrow. I have some ideas on cutting cable. We could save more there. Tactical. He appears loving but redirects to his advantage. Emily pauses, nods. Conversation shifts. Gavin shoots John a knowing glance later, over drinks. Smooth, man. You handled that like a pro. Inside, John's mindset flips. No more emotional pleas. Tactical alliances now. His daily frustration? Melting like Chicago snow in spring. Quiet empowerment takes root. He walks taller on those L trains, wind at his back. Sees Emily's smiles for what they are. Veils over strategy. You have a choice. Stay the romantic fool or become the cunning prince. This is the core, gentlemen. Recognize the game? Marriage isn't hearts and flowers. It's thrones and power. Power hides behind smiles. That's the key. Stop chasing affection. Start mapping the dynamics. Observe her moves. Analyze your losses. Build your strategy. You don't need validation. You need vision. It's not about proving your love. It's about preserving your power. Apply this today. Next argument? Don't react. Observe. Smile. Concede small. Win big. Watch the shift. Your marriage transforms from trap to territory you control. You've seen the throne room now. Recognize the game. Power hides behind smiles. But recognition alone won't win wars. You need tools for the fight. Deception done right. That's next. Chapter 2. Master the art of deception without guilt. Gentlemen, you've recognized the game. Seen the thrones behind the hearts. Good. But recognition won't arm you. In marriage, truth isn't your ally. It's your enemy. Honesty? It hands her the sword. Deception, that's your shield. Master it without guilt. Because in this power structure, the ends justify the means. Deceive to achieve. That's the key. Full transparency, it strips you bare. Subtle misdirection, it builds your empire. You think lying makes you bad? Wrong. It's protection, survival, deceive to achieve, or watch your throne crumble. Back to John Smith, our Chicago warrior. He's waking up. That snowy commute, the bookstore revelation, it's fresh. But old habits die hard. John's always been honest, brutally so. Thinks it's noble, thinks it builds trust. But in his marriage to Emily, it's backfired. Explosions everywhere. Take his work life bleeding into home. John's up for a promotion at his IT firm, senior consultant role. More money, more respect. He tells Emily everything one night. Over takeout pizza in their cozy kitchen. The wind rattling the windows. Boss Mr. Harris hinted at it today. But I was straight with him, told him, I'm stretched thin with home stuff. Emily nods, smiles. That's good, John. Honesty's best. But weeks later, promotion goes to someone else. Mr. Harris cites focus issues. John vents to Emily. She sympathizes, but subtly shifts. Maybe if you manage time better? Here. Boom. Conflict. John's honesty at work cost him the job, and spilling it at home gave Emily ammo to question his priorities. That's the trap, gentlemen. Honesty leads to conflicts. You bare your soul, she uses it. Machiavelli knew princes don't spill secrets. They deceive, not out of malice, out of necessity. John reads deeper into the book that night, city lights flickering through the blinds. The idea hits. Ends justify means. Deceive to achieve? No guilt? It's not betrayal. It's strategy. John feels the weight. He struggled with this. Always the straight shooter. But now, he sees patterns. Emily's questions aren't innocent. They're probes. Testing weaknesses. You have a choice. Keep pouring out truth. Watch her fortify against you. Or master deception. Subtle. Calculated. John starts small. Practices in marriage. Like praising Emily's cooking to deflect criticism. Simple steps. Observe her moods first. That's step one. Evening comes. Emily's in a foul one. Work stress, she says. She snaps about the messy counter. Old John defends, honestly, I was busy coding. Sparks fly. New John observes, sees the mood, irritated, seeking control. He smiles. Dinner smells amazing. Em, you've outdone yourself. Plants the idea. Indirectly, deflects. She softens. Conversation turns. No fight. Deceive to achieve. That's the key. It's not about hiding big lies. It's about misdirection, guiding her away from your vulnerabilities. You do this daily, gentlemen. Wife complains about your late nights? Don't explain truthfully. It invites judgment. Observe her mood. Praise something hers. Plant a seed. You're handling the kids so well. It lets me push harder at work. Deception without guilt. Protects your position. You don't need her permission to guard your throne. But John needs reinforcement. Emotional moments drive it home. Enter Thanksgiving. Family gathering at Emily's parents' house in the suburbs. Snow blanketing the lawns like a fresh coat of strategy. Turkey roasting, scents of sage and stuffing filling the air. John's friend Alex is there, invited for the holiday. Since his own family's far, Alex, mid-30s, marketing guy with a flashy smile, boasts of his perfect marriage to Sarah. We tell each other everything. No secrets. That's the glue. Laughter around the table. But later, in the quiet den, fire crackling, Alex confides in John over whiskey. Man, it's falling apart. I was too open about my doubts at work. Sarah used it, says I'm unstable. Now she's pulling away. Private failures spill out. Alex's honesty? Backstabbed him? John's gut twists. Emotional hit. He sees himself in Alex. Inner thoughts race. What she doesn't know secures my throne. Deception isn't betrayal. It's protection. Alex's story mirrors the book's warning. Full transparency invites exploitation. In American households, family pressures amplify it. Holidays like this? Facades crack. Everyone's playing power games. In-laws judging, spouses maneuvering. John shifts. No more reactive arguments. Planned responses now. You have a choice. Cling to honesty like a crutch or wield deception like a weapon. That night, driving back through Chicago's glittering skyline, bridges lit against the dark lake, John processes. Love made him transparent. But power demands opacity. Deceive to achieve. Repetitive in his mind. He stops reacting with raw truth. Starts planning. Next morning, Emily asks about his workday. Old habit, spill details. New, misdirect subtly. It was solid. Team's on track. Plants ideas. Thinking of that weekend getaway you mentioned. Deflects probing. Her guard drops. Respect builds. She doesn't push. Why? He protected his space. Gentlemen, break it down. Core concept. Deception in simple language. Step 1. Observe. Watch her moods like a hawk. Tired? Irritable? That's when honesty hurts most. Step 2. Misdirect. Praise unrelated. You look great today. Buys time. Step 3. Plant indirectly. Suggest her idea is yours. What if we tried that budget app you like? She feels heard. You steer. No guilt. It's discipline. It's not about lying big. It's about protecting small. What she doesn't know secures my throne. That's the transformation. From vulnerable to vigilant. John's change deepens at work. Mirrors home. Mr. Harris calls him in. John, about that promotion cycle next quarter. John senses opportunity, but recalls last denial too transparent. Applies Machiavelli. Ends justify means. Doesn't spill home stresses. Instead, I'm focused, sir. Ready to lead. Subtle deception. Hides distractions. Mr. Harris nods. Door opens. But the peak. John's transformation hits when he hides a career opportunity from Emily. Big one. Headhunter calls. Better job, rival firm. 6 figures, flexible hours. Potential game changer. Old John tells Emily immediately. Seeks input, but he anticipates sabotage. Not malicious, subconscious. She's comfortable in their routine. Change threatens her control. Family pressures. Her parents expect stability. American dream stuff. House, kids on horizon. Spilling early? She'd question, delay, plant doubts. Is it worth the risk? Erosion. So John deceives, without guilt, keeps it quiet. Meets the headhunter at a downtown coffee shop. Steam rising from mugs, wind-whipping papers. Inner thoughts deceive to achieve. What she doesn't know. He secures the offer first. Builds his case. Only then reveals to a point. Got an offer, Em. Better pay. But I negotiated remote days. Plants it as done deal. Her reaction? Surprise but respect. No room for sabotage. She adapts to his lead. That's the key, gentlemen. Hiding until secured. Builds respect. Prevents exploitation. In households where careers clash, transparency invites interference. Book warns, don't bear all. Deceive strategically. Repetitive coaching. Deceive to achieve. John's actions change. No more reactive blow-ups. Planned, protected moves. Marriage shifts. Emily senses his strength. Arguments lessen. Power balances. You feel it. That guilt creeping? Shake it off. Deception isn't evil. It's essential. You have a choice. Bleed truth, lose ground. Or master misdirection, claim victory. It's not about betrayal. It's about boundaries. Observe moods. Praise to deflect. Plant ideas. Hide until ready. Daily practice. Next time she probes, smile. Misdirect. Watch respect grow. Apply now. Pick one secret. Small work win. Don't share fully. Misdirect. See her response. Feel the shift. Deceive to achieve. That's your edge. You've mastered deception. No guilt, just power. But thrones need more than shadows. They need supporters, alliances. That's the fortress. Let's build it. Chapter 3. Build alliances, not emotional bonds. Protected your throne, smart move. But shadows alone won't hold it. Thrones need walls, fortresses. In marriage, that's alliances, not mushy emotional bonds. Those weaken you, drain you. Alliances strengthen, build them. Or stay isolated, vulnerable, allies over affection. That's the key. Emotional ties, they cloud judgment. Make you beg. Strategic pacts, they multiply your power. Forge them like a prince with nobles. You think love conquers? Wrong. Alliances do. Allies over affection. Build them now, or perish alone. John Smith's journey deepens in windy Chicago. He's observed the game, mastered deception. But isolation gnaws. He feels it on those bustling streets. Skyscrapers towering like indifferent sentinels. Michigan Avenue crowds push past. Holiday lights twinkling in the cold dusk. Home to Emily, it's a lone battlefield. No backup. In-laws distant. Friends scattered. John's always relied on us against the world. Romantic ideal. But the book shatters it. Emotional bonds are chains. Alliances are armor. John reads on, couch creaking under him. The distant rumble of an L train echoing his unrest. Realizing outweigh romance with pacts. In-laws, friends, even colleagues turn them into supporters. Shared benefits seal it. John starts observing. Navigates the city, eyes open. Sees how isolation amplifies losses. Like last month's spat over weekend plans. Emily wanted her family's barbecue. John pushed for his buddy's game night. Emotional plea. Don't you want time just us? She won. He sulked alone. Power lost. Now, he sees. Involve others strategically. Turn enemies into assets. You have a choice. Cling to emotional isolation, lose ground, or build alliances. Negotiate gains. Action calls. John involves Emily's sister, Nicole. She's 32, a teacher in the suburbs, close to Emily but neutral. A dispute brews. Household chores. Emily demands John handle more laundry. Old way, argue emotions. I love you, but I'm tired. Useless. New alliance. He calls Nicole casually. Hey, Nick, Emily's swamped with work. Thinking of helping out. Maybe you could swing by, show me your laundry hacks. Shared benefit. Nicole feels involved. Bonds with sister indirectly. She agrees. Comes over one Saturday, snow melting on her boots in the foyer. They chat, laugh. Nicole sighs subtly. John's trying. Cut him slack. Dispute resolves. Emily eases up. John gains ground without direct fight. That's the key, gentlemen. Forge pacts. Identify players. In-laws for family leverage. Friends for outside perspective. Even her siblings turn them. Offer mutual wins. Help me here, I back you there. Allies over affection. No begging, negotiating. In your marriage, map it. Who influences her? Ally with them. Shared dinner? Benefit exchange. Power multiplies. But John needs depth. Quiet reflections anchor it. Evening coffee with Uncle Bob, his mentor. Oak Park Cafe, steam rising from mugs, aroma of fresh grounds cutting the chill. Uncle Bob sips, eyes wise. Emotional bonds? Boy, they're traps. My first marriage, all heart, no head. Isolated us, crumbled. Now, alliances everywhere. In-laws on my side through golf outings. Friends vetting decisions, strengthens position. John breaks it down. Simple language, emotions weaken, make you needy. Alliances empower, make you resourceful. He shifts mindset. No more begging Emily's approval. Negotiate gains. Like trading household help for career support. You handle groceries this week? I'll back your night classes. Repetitive phrases burn in, allies over affection. Drive the lesson home. Inner thoughts churn during the drive back. Lakeshore Drive curving along the dark water. City lights reflecting like scattered alliances. John's always chased emotional closeness. We're a team, right? Pleading. Now, sees it weakens. Strategy strengthens. You have a choice. Stay emotionally bound, stay submissive. Or ally up, lead. Real-life crisis tests it. At work, betrayal strikes. Colleague Gavin, the one from dinner. Sharp salesman, but ambitious. Gavin undercuts John on a project pitch to Mr. Harris. Steals credit. John fumes in his cubicle. Monitors glowing. Wind howling outside. Old reaction, confront emotionally. How could you? Weak, new, mirror marriage tactics. Counter with alliance. He approaches Mr. Harris privately. Sir, Gavin's input was solid. But let's collaborate more. I have data to boost it. Offers shared benefit. Harris gets better results. John regains footing. Harris agrees. Alliance formed. Gavin sidelined. Mirrors home. Don't fight solo. Ally. Gentlemen, see the parallel? Work betrayal like marital disputes. Emotional bonds lead to isolation. Alliances lead to victory. Book expands. Princes ally with nobles for stability. In marriage, same. John's growth. From lovesick husband begging affection to calculated leader forging pacts. Family harmony through power, not passion. In American culture, individualistic, yet family-tied, alliances cut through pressures. Holidays, gatherings, prime for pacts. John applies deeper, feeling the shift on a weekday evening. Chicago's loop emptying, streetlights buzzing to life. Emily pushes for a big purchase. New couch. Emotional old John. Do we need it? I love our space as is. Argument brews. Alliance John. Involves her dad. A practical guy. Casual call. Hey, Pop, Emily's eyeing a couch. You got tips from your Reno? Shared interest. Dad loves projects. He weighs in. Get durable, not fancy. Emily listens. John steers. Pop's right. Let's go mid-range. Win. No direct clash. Alliance seals it. Break the concept. Simple steps. 1. Identify allies. Her family. Friends. Yours. 2. Offer benefits. Help here, gain there. 3. Negotiate subtly. No demands, suggestions, emotional moments. Use them. Like when alliance pays off. Feel the empowerment. Inner shift from I need her love to I have support. Changes actions. Lead decisions via networks. Alters habits. No isolation. Connectivity. Repetition reinforces. Allies over affection. That's the transformation. John's marriage, less lonely. More structured. Emily senses his web of support. Respects it. Arguments, diffuse through others. Power, not please. You feel isolated? Stop. Map your alliances today. List 3 people. Approach 1. Offer a win-win. Watch dynamics shift. It's not about emotional depth. It's about strategic breadth. You don't need her soul bond. You need a network. But alliances need enforcement. What holds them? Not love, fear, and respect. That's the steel. Command it, or watch alliances fray. Next up, Chapter 4. Fear and Respect. Trump love and admiration. Gentlemen, you've built alliances, fortified your walls. Impressive. But walls crack without steel. In marriage, that's fear and respect, not love's fragile glass. Love fades. Admiration crumbles. Fear and respect? They endure. Command them. Trump affection every time? Command respect. Don't crave love. That's the key. Machiavelli nailed it. Better to be feared than loved. Why? Love bends to whim. Fear holds firm. You think romance wins hearts? Wrong. Respect commands thrones. Instill boundaries. Evoke caution. Or face disrespect. Chaos. Command respect. Don't crave love. Make it your mantra. Or watch your power slip away. John Smith feels the chill in Chicago's chaos. Winter's grip tightens. Winds howl off Lake Michigan, slicing through his coat like Emily's sharp words. He's progressed, observed games, deceived smartly, allied up. But disrespect lingers. Over finances especially. Money talks in their high-rise, bills stacking like accusations. Emily overrides him often. We need that new coffee maker, she declares one Saturday. Scrolling catalogs on her phone. John hesitates. Do we? Budget's tight. She rolls eyes. You're always pinching pennies. Disrespect stings. He feels small, submissive. The book pulls him deeper that night. City sirens wailing outside. Machiavelli's preference, feared over loved. Simplified boundaries command respect. Not pleas for admiration? John absorbs it. Amid the chilly mess, slushy sidewalks, bundled commuters, he faces it head-on. Demonstrates during a shopping trip. Michigan Avenue buzzes, stores glowing against the gray sky. Emily drags him to a department store eyeing kitchen gadgets. She grabs a pricey blender. This would be perfect. Old John caves for love. If it makes you happy, weak. New John, firm boundaries. No, we're sticking to the list. Essentials only. Tone steady. No explanation. She pauses, eyes widening slightly. Caution flickers. Fine, she mutters. No fight. Respect seeds. Command respect. Don't crave love. That's the key. He evokes her caution, not conflict. Gentlemen, do this. Next override. Set rules. Firmly. This is how it is. No debate. Watch caution replace defiance. It's not about winning arguments. It's about wielding authority. You have a choice. Crave her admiration. Stay beggared. Command respect. Rule. But doubts creep. John processes during a late-night walk along Lake Michigan. Waves crash against the shore, dark water churning under sodium lights. Path empty, wind biting. Inner turmoil surges. He's always chased love. Romantic gestures, flowers, notes. Thought they'd build admiration. But Emily's responses? Lukewarm, fading. Now the book hits. Love fades. Respect endures. Emotional shifts hit hard. He recalls begging for approval. Don't you admire my efforts? Pathetic. Now, learning to lead without excuse. Support comes from Alex, his friend, the marketing guy. They meet at a dive bar near Wrigley Field. Neon signs buzzing, drafts cold in hand. Alex shares failures. Tried everything for Sarah, surprise trips, gifts. Thought it'd spark admiration? Nope. She lost respect. Saw me as needy. Stories pour out. Failed gestures. Anniversary dinner ignored, compliments dismissed. Alex's voice cracks. Love didn't hold. She walked. John nods, gut twisting. Mirrors his past. Repetitive urgings echo. Command respect. Don't crave love. Guides him. Actions change. Lead decisions. No justification. We're doing this. Alters habits. No more submissive nods. You see it, gentlemen? Emotional moments teach. Friends' tales. Wake-up calls. Inner thoughts. From she'll love me more to she'll respect my strength. Transformation. You don't need her admiration. You need her deference. John applies in quiet reflections, too. Back home, apartment warm against the cold, he journals. Breaks the concept simple. Step 1. Identify disrespect. Snide comments. Overrides, mark them. Step 2. Instill boundaries. Firm statements. No. This stops. Step 3. Evoke fear lightly, not terror. caution. Consistency builds it. Love, fleeting. Respect, ironclad. Command respect, don't crave love. He shifts from craving pats on the back to demanding space. Cultural pressures add weight. In America, land of equality myths, marriages hide power wars. Holidays amplify expectations of happy couples. But underneath, disrespect festers if unchecked. John sees it in friends' unions. Romantic ideals crumble under real strains. Jobs, kids looming. Book's core, calculated firmness maintains power. No more chaos. Pivotal test. Family wedding. Emily's cousin's big day in the suburbs. Venue elegant. White tents, string lights twinkling against twilight snow. Relatives mingle, champagne flowing, laughter echoing. Emily's in planning mode. We should sit with my parents. And dance first. Overrides his input subtly. Old John agrees for peace. Admiration chase. New enforces authority, subtly. No, we're sitting central. Better view, and we'll mingle first. Firm. No room for debate. She hesitates, caution in her eyes. Nods. During the event, he leads, conversations, toasts. Overrides her side plans quietly. Change of plan. Relatives notice. Uncle from out of town claps his back. John's got it together. Admiration from others. Emily respects more. Glances his way with new wariness. That's the peak, gentlemen. Enforcing subtly. Gaining nods from kin. Covers the book's essence. Firmness transforms chaotic unions to structured ones. John's marriage, from stormy to steady. American pressures, work-life balance, social facades, deepen it. Weddings expose weaknesses, but with respect commanded, he thrives. Break it further. Core concept in depth. Fear isn't abuse. It's healthy caution. He means business. Respect follows. Daily examples, finances. Set spending rules, no wiggle. Emotional moment, when she tests, hold firm. Feel the shift, her defiance to deference. Inner thoughts. Love's nice, but respect rules. Changes thinking from pleaser to prince. Actions lead without apology. Repetition drives, command respect, don't crave love. That's the key. John's habits altered. No submissive yields. Firm leads. Marriage structured. Power held. You crave love? Stop. List disrespects today. Set one boundary, firmly. Watch caution emerge. Respect builds. It's not about her affection. It's about your authority. You have a choice. Beg for hearts. Lose the throne. Command respect, claim it. You've instilled fear and respect. Trumped love. Solid. But games evolve. Rigidity kills. Adaptation saves. Be ruthless or perish. That's the final edge. Chapter 5. Adapt ruthlessly or perish in the union. Gentlemen, you've commanded respect. Built the steel in your throne. Respect holds, but thrones topple in storms. Marriage shifts. Seasons change. Demands evolve. Rigidity snaps you. Adaptation saves you. Adapt ruthlessly or perish in the union. That's the key. Be the fox and the lion, Machiavelli's beasts. Cunning like the fox to spot traps. Strong like the lion to crush threats. You think stubbornness wins? Wrong. Flexibility conquers. Adapt or abdicate. Make no mistake. Cling to old ways, watch your power dissolve. Shift strategies, thrive eternal. Adapt ruthlessly, now, or fade. John Smith's saga climaxes in Chicago's shifting seasons. Winter thaws to spring slush, then summer's humid haze. His marriage to Emily? Stagnant no more. He's observed, deceived, allied, respected. But a low hits. Emily demands more. Their life feels routine. Apartment in the Loop. Commutes on the L, weekends predictable. One humid evening, balcony overlooking the bustling riverfront, she confronts. John, this isn't enough. I need excitement, travel, change. Her eyes flash. Not anger, restlessness. John's gut sinks. Old him? Resist stubbornly. We're fine as is. Fight erupts. New him? Sees the threat? The book echoes. Adapt like fox and lion. Broken into habits. Assess threats daily. Adjust strategies. He pivots. From rigid routines to flexible compromises. During a holiday argument, 4th of July fireworks booming over. Navy Pier, she pushes for a spontaneous trip. He assesses rigidity would alienate. So he compromises. Okay, but short. And I pick the spot. Flexible. Tension eases. That's the core, gentlemen. Adaptation in simple terms. Step 1. Assess. Watch shifts. Her moods, life changes. Step 2. Adjust. Use cunning or strength as needed. Fox for sly pivots. Lion for firm stands. Daily habits build it. Morning coffee? Scan the day for threats. Evening? Review adjustments. Adapt or abdicate. You have a choice. Stay rigid. Break. Adapt ruthlessly. Endure. John digs deeper. Guided by Uncle Bob's tales. They meet at a lakeside park, summer breeze rustling leaves, joggers pounding paths. Uncle Bob, mentor steadfast, shares business survival. Markets crash. Competitors rise. I adapted, pivoted from flips to rentals during recessions. Mirrored my marriages. First one, rigid. Demanded my way, divorced. Now, I read her shift. Cunning words when needed. Lions roar when not. John's inner monologue stirs. Rigidity breaks unions. Ruthless adaptation preserves. He sees his past. Stubborn on small things, like dinner choices. Lost ground. Now, shift. Use cunning and strength interchangeably. Repetitive phrases lock in. Adapt or abdicate. Changes approach, from bullheaded to savvy. Emotional moments seal it. John's thoughts whirl during a solo walk in Grant Park. Fountain spray misting the air, tourists snapping photos. He recalls rigidity's cost, begging Emily to stick to plans. We agreed. Emotional drain. Now, shift. Anticipate her needs, adapt his. Feels the power surge. From stubborn husband to adaptive king. Gentlemen, apply this. Union stagnant? Assess her demands. Not as attacks, as signals. Pivot. Support her change, secure yours. It's not about giving in. It's about guiding the flow. You don't need to win every battle. You need to win the war. Crisis amplifies. Emily's career jealousy brews. She's in marketing, stuck mid-level. John's IT rise, that hidden opportunity secured, stirs envy. She hints over breakfast, coffee steaming, city awakening below. Your job's taking off. Mine's dead end, old John. Rigid defense. Work harder. Sparks. New. Anticipates, adapts, supports her while guarding his gains. Let's update your resume. I know a guy, cunning fox, offers help. But lion, meanwhile, I'm pushing my project. Involves allies. Gavin for networking tips. Nicole for encouragement. Balance struck. She pursues a course. He advances unchecked. That's the immersion, gentlemen. Culminating resolution. John emerges empowered. Marriage's power structure? Navigated masterfully. Book's final principles wrapped. Adaptation trumps all. In American life, fast-paced, career-driven, unions perish without it. Seasons change. So must you. Break it fully. Core concept deep. Ruthlessness isn't cruelty. It's decisiveness. Cut dead strategies. Adopt new. Daily examples. Argument over chores? Assess threat, her fatigue. Pivot. Outsource some. Emotional moment. When adaptation clicks, tension resolves. Feel relief. Inner thoughts. Stubbornness was my chain. Adaptation my key. Changes thinking from fixed to fluid. Actions, daily scans, quick shifts. Repetition reinforces, adapt or abdicate. John's transformation complete. From trapped romantic to cunning prince. Applies lessons daily, observes power. Deceives smart, allies wide, respects firm. Adapts ruthless, thrives. But wait, one more layer. As fall leaves swirl in Chicago winds, John tests ultimate. Emily suggests moving suburbs. Bigger space, family hints, threat to his city rhythm. Assesses, resist rigid, lose her. Adapt, let's explore options. But keep commute short. Compromises, secures his core. Involves Uncle Bob for advice. Gavin for market insights. Balance. Union strengthens. You sense stagnation? Act, assess one threat today. Adapt strategy. Feel the shift. It's not about holding ground. It's about reshaping the battlefield. Adapt ruthlessly or perish. You've adapted. Mastered the beasts. Throne secure. But remember the whole war. Machiavelli's truths forged you. From recognition to adaptation. Power over romance. That's the empire. Now step into the closing revelation. Gentlemen, you've journeyed with John through Chicago's winds and revelations, uncovering Machiavelli's timeless truths. Marriage is no romance. It's a power arena where deception, alliances, respect, and adaptation reign supreme over fleeting emotions. Stop being the fool chasing hearts. Become the prince commanding thrones. Because in this game, the weak submit and the strategic conquer. Remember, power isn't given. It's seized through every calculated move, every hidden strategy, every firm boundary. Now your challenge. Apply one tactic today. Observe your partner's power plays without reaction. Then counter with cunning. Re-listen to this on Book Navigator for mastery and transform your union before it consumes you. Subscribe for more hard truths.